Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a really important issue that impacts every corner of the United States: homelessness. We're counting down the top 10 states with the highest homeless populations, from the 10th highest to the #1 spot. Behind each of these statistics are real people with real stories. Make sure to watch until the end because the state at #1 might just surprise you. It's a stark reminder that homelessness isn't just an issue in big cities or on the coasts. It's something we need to confront as a nation. So, let's start at number 10 on our list, Pennsylvania, with an estimated 12,556 individuals experiencing homelessness. Pennsylvania is grappling with a growing homeless population. One of the factors contributing to this is the lack of affordable housing. When the cost of living outpaces wages, it can be incredibly difficult for people to keep a roof over their heads. This isn't just a big city problem in Pennsylvania, it's happening in smaller towns and rural areas as well. Another issue is the opioid epidemic, which has hit Pennsylvania particularly hard. Addiction can lead to job loss, financial instability, and ultimately, homelessness. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are amazing organizations in Pennsylvania working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like Project Home in Philadelphia and the Pennsylvania Housing Alliance are providing essential services and advocating for policy changes. At number 9, we have Arizona, with an estimated 14,237 individuals experiencing homelessness. Beneath the surface of this sun-drenched state lies a stark reality: a growing homeless crisis. One of the biggest challenges facing those experiencing homelessness in Arizona is the extreme heat. During the summer months, temperatures can soar well over 100 degrees, making it incredibly dangerous for those living on the streets. Access to clean water, shade, and shelter is a constant struggle. Another factor contributing to homelessness in Arizona is the state's lack of affordable housing. Despite these challenges, there are incredible organizations in Arizona working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the Arizona Housing Coalition and the Human Services Campus in Phoenix are providing essential services and advocating for policy changes. Remember, behind these numbers are real people with real stories. Coming in at number 8 is Colorado, with an estimated 14,439 individuals experiencing homelessness. Colorado is known for its stunning Rocky Mountains and world-class skiing, but it's also grappling with a growing homeless crisis. One factor contributing to homelessness in Colorado is the state's booming economy and rising cost of living. Increased housing costs make it difficult for low-income individuals and families to keep up. The demand for affordable housing far outstrips the supply. The opioid epidemic has had a devastating impact on communities across Colorado. Addiction can lead to job loss, financial instability, and ultimately, homelessness. Despite these challenges, there are incredible organizations in Colorado working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless and the Denver Rescue Mission are providing essential services. Remember, behind these numbers are real people with real stories. At number 7, we have Massachusetts, with an estimated 19,141 individuals experiencing homelessness. Massachusetts faces a present-day challenge: a persistent homeless crisis. One factor contributing to homelessness in Massachusetts is the state's high cost of living, particularly in the Boston metropolitan area. Housing costs in Boston are among the highest in the nation. The state's shortage of affordable housing leaves many struggling to find a safe and stable place to call home. The opioid epidemic has also had a significant impact on homelessness in Massachusetts. But amidst these challenges, there are incredible organizations in Massachusetts working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the Massachusetts Coalition for the Homeless and the Pine Street Inn in Boston are providing essential services. Remember, these are not just numbers, these are people's lives. Coming in at number 6 is Oregon, with an estimated 20,142 individuals experiencing homelessness. Oregon is marked by a stark contrast: a growing homeless crisis amidst a backdrop of prosperity. One factor contributing to homelessness in Oregon is the state's rising cost of living, particularly in urban areas like Portland. The lack of affordable housing is another significant challenge. The demand for affordable housing far outpaces the supply. The opioid epidemic has hit Oregon particularly hard. Despite these challenges, there are incredible organizations in Oregon working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the Oregon Housing Alliance and transition projects in Portland are providing essential services. At number 5, we have Texas with an estimated 27,377 individuals experiencing homelessness. Texas is grappling with a complex and often hidden homeless crisis. One factor contributing to homelessness in Texas is the state's rapid population growth. The demand for housing increases, putting pressure on the already limited supply of affordable housing. The state's lack of investment in affordable housing and social safety net programs is another challenge. The criminal justice system also plays a role in homelessness in Texas. Despite these challenges, there are incredible organizations in Texas working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the Texas Homeless Network and the Coalition for the Homeless of Houston are providing essential services. Coming in at number 4 is Washington, with an estimated 28,036 individuals experiencing homelessness. Washington is facing a stark contrast, a growing homeless crisis amidst a backdrop of prosperity. One factor contributing to homelessness in Washington is the state's booming tech industry. The tech boom has led to a surge in housing costs, making it increasingly difficult for low-income individuals and families to afford a place to live. The lack of affordable housing is another significant challenge. The opioid epidemic has had a devastating impact on communities across Washington. Despite these challenges, there are incredible organizations in Washington working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the Washington Low-Income Housing Alliance and the Plymouth Housing Group in Seattle are providing essential services. At number 3, we have Florida, with an estimated 30,756 individuals experiencing homelessness. Florida is grappling with a complex and often hidden homeless crisis. One factor contributing to homelessness in Florida is the state's lack of affordable housing. Florida has a high cost of living relative to its median income. The state's limited social safety net means there are fewer resources available for those experiencing homelessness. The state's large transient population also contributes to the homeless crisis. Despite these challenges, there are incredible organizations in Florida working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the Florida Housing Coalition and the Miami-Dade Homeless Trust are providing essential services. Coming in at number 2 is New York, with an estimated 103,200 individuals experiencing homelessness. New York is grappling with a persistent and visible homeless crisis amidst a backdrop of wealth and progress. One factor contributing to homelessness in New York is the state's high cost of living, particularly in New York City. Housing costs in New York City are among the highest in the world. The lack of affordable housing is another significant challenge. Mental health issues and substance abuse also play a role in homelessness in New York. Despite these challenges, there are incredible organizations in New York working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the Coalition for the Homeless and the Bowery Mission are providing essential services. And finally, at number 1, we have California, with a staggering 181,399 individuals experiencing homelessness. California is grappling with a massive homeless crisis amidst a backdrop of wealth and prosperity. One factor contributing to homelessness in California is the state's high cost of living, particularly in major cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego. The cost of housing in California is among the highest in the nation. The lack of affordable housing is another significant challenge. Mental health issues and substance abuse also play a role in homelessness in California. Despite these challenges, there are incredible organizations in California working tirelessly to combat homelessness. Groups like the California Housing Partnership and the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority are providing essential services. Remember, these are not just numbers, these are people's lives. So there you have it, the top 10 states with the highest homeless populations in the United States. It's a sobering reality, a stark reminder that homelessness is a complex issue that affects every corner of our nation. But it's not a hopeless situation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos. Check out the link in the description for more information on how you can get involved in the fight against homelessness.